Complete this rhyme. Twinkle, twinkle, little star.
How are you working? How?
Who's that?
Welcome to The Point of View.
Welcome to Face to Face on Channel 1 Television.
And hello, welcome to What the Papers Are Saying.
This be football made in Ghana. It be the only pidgin show where it day on your screen. Channel 1 TV.
Thank you so much.
Some people are late. You know, they have to catch up. City TV is now Channel 1 TV. You understand?
This is Channel 1 TV, telling your story, empowering change.
Good morning, and welcome once again. It's Breakfast Daily, and we're excited to be here to be hosting you once again.
Yeah,
Chris, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Yeah?
I actually feel very refreshed.
That's
I've been
good.
feeling very,
What have you been
strong,
doing?
ready, and I don't know,
Yeah,
sleeping.
sleeping. Well, how about the exercise, the workout? How's
Of
that
course,
going?
that helps.
How's that
I
going?
do it like 4 times a week.
week,
Yeah,
okay,
4 times
okay.
a week. And recently
Okay.
I started swimming again. So
Okay, that's
yeah,
good.
Yeah,
That's good.
Like I started
Always
last
helps.
Yeah, like
Yeah, swimming is
I
good.
go on and off with that.
Yeah.
Depending on the availability. But I think right now, I just had to add it again.
Yeah. Fantastic. Welcome once again. And my name is David Kwaku.
And my name is Chris Kata. Like Kwaku said, we are happy to be here with you this morning to start up your morning with you. And remember that you are part of the show. So feel free to join in at any time by sending in your messages, your commentaries, your thoughts, and even your heartfelt wishes to your loved ones via the WhatsApp number on the screen. Do not forget to use the hashtag Breakfast Daily. That's if you want to share your thoughts on X, formerly Twitter, or Facebook. And if you're watching us right now live on Facebook, don't forget to also share your comments right at the comment section, right there.
Absolutely. Well, we like to start the show off with some words of inspiration, and today is no different. We have a quote of the day for you today.
Right.
Yeah.
And our quote of the day today is from, it's actually a Ghanaian proverb.
Okay.
That says, if you've not been on someone else's farm, you cannot say that you are the only true farmer.
I like it.
If you've not been on someone else's farm, you cannot say that you are the only true farmer.
Absolutely. Well, it's true. I mean, think about it. You're judging yourself based on what? Right? You're judging yourself based on what? It's important to know how you're performing in connection with what others are doing, right? There's something we call best practice. You see, so if you're in isolation and you're doing things, you may be great. in your own mind.
In what you do.
But you've not compared yourself to anybody else.
Exactly.
So you could actually be the most useless person, in the system, but you don't know that because you're only measuring yourself according to yourself, and your own standards.
Yeah.
So.
And I think if you look at it on the flip side, when it comes to maybe negative feelings, sometimes you think your problems are more.
Yeah.
You think your problems are more than everybody's
problems. Until you realize that
you're carrying the world.
Until you realize that your neighbors have issues more than you.
And you realize someone is carrying the whole universe. You understand?
Absolutely.
So I think it goes both ways. Negatively, positively, and good feelings, bad feelings. Don't think you're the only one that is going through that, or also being the best in whatever that you do. Yeah, there's someone else that's also doing it better than you.
Absolutely. Well, we have a few reminders for you. Before we get into the papers, we have a lot that's coming up in the show. All right, throughout the show, we have a news review segment that will be coming on. Chris will be sitting with her guest this morning. We have our Artist of the Day, RC, and RC will be giving us some music later on in the show, and we have other conversations that will be coming on. Of course, PL Zone will also be happening today as well. But before we get to all of that, don't forget that we have The Constituency. The Constituency is that show that comes on your screens on Tuesdays at 7 p.m. We come into the heart of the constituencies all around the country, and you never know which one will be coming to. Maybe it will be a constituency near you, or it will be your constituency. And so join us on The Constituency, hearing fantastic conversations with just ordinary, regular people, and the heartbeat of the nation as we approach elections. Samuel Akom is your host for that.
All right, and on Thursday, we have the Channel 1 Community Forum with Philip Nilate, who will be entering different communities all over the country and speaking to them about the upcoming election. Let's hear what they have to say. Let's hear their feeling. And you never know, he can actually be in your area next.
Absolutely.
So just look out for the Channel 1 team. And it's Thursday at 9 a.m. to 11 a.m.
And then we have the Ballot Box. Yes, the Ballot Box is that show that is on 97.3 City FM. You don't want to miss out on the great conversations on the Ballot Box. Now, the Ballot Box is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday evening at 10 p.m. And it comes to you by Christopher Kevin Asima, and the conversations are absolutely riveting. You don't want to miss out on that. And you can contribute as well, because you get to call in and share your thoughts on the Ballot Box on 97.3 City FM. All right. Well, it's time for us to get into the dailies. And let me kindly welcome, after a very interesting, eventful weekend, I'm sure she's very rested and prepped for the show this morning. Vivian Kailoko has joined me on the set. Hi, Viv. How are you?
Hi, Kwaku. I'm well. How are you?
Very, very good.
Good.
I'm
You sound good.
Yeah. I feel fresh. I feel good.
Oh, you
I
had
feel
a
pumped up for the
quiet weekend.
Well, it was nice to get out of town, on Saturday.
Oh, pass through your hometown, right?
No, I was in my hometown.
I thought you were from...
I'm from Latte.
Oh, I thought you were from Ibri.
No, so the family, part of the family originally comes from Ibri, but we are monochrome and Latte.
Okay.
That's it.
So the language you speak, or the dialect, is Guan. Is that correct?
Yes, it's one of the Guan languages. Yes.
It's pretty interesting and quite heavy.
Until you kete.
That's all I had.
Until you kete, it means
usually
how are you?
Yeah,
and
usually I'm with.
May you buy.
You know, money is.
Yes,
yeah,
money
of course
is.
we went there.
And
I'm usually when he's calling his friend,
when he's talking.
I'm like, hey. But I met a woman and she asked me, "Are you going to Accra?" And then I wasn't leaving to Accra, and then I was trying to. I was speaking English, and she was like, where are you from? And I was like, I'm Ghana. She said, okay, let me teach you a bit of Ghana. And she rattled, so I was like, hey, calm down.
It can be quite confusing,
I was so confused.
Yeah,
But of course, the kiti thing is something I picked from many years ago. That's all I can remember on.
So I met two young men who tried to school me a little bit, you know, because I've been making a lot of. They told me that I'm sitting on set here making a lot of noise. I'm from Latte, and I don't speak.
Why is that? Your parents?
So my mom, who was the one who was from Latte, just felt like she didn't want to transfer the language to us. Yeah. So they taught me a few things. So I'm going to say hi to the guys this morning. It will be. Okay. Which means I think it's Yefifie.
What's that?
Yefifie. And then the response is Buofa.
So
when you say Ebuebi, they say Buofa.
Okay.
Yeah, Buofa.
So that's we are from.
It means we are if you good.
If you good. It's a Buofa.
No,
Ebuebi and then
Buofa.
Buofa. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I learned this weekend.
Shame on you.
No, I've tried.
Your mother's tongue, because mommy refused to transfer mother's tongue.
Yeah, so and then they said no, it's not shame on me.
But that is from where?
Monochrome.
Okay. All right. So
yes, when we get into the daily.
Let me start with the daily graphic, and the front story, or the story on the front page says, AI fears ahead of December 7, quote unquote, media watch to counter fake news. You know, we here at City FM have the hashtag City Verify, where we can determine whether a story or a video or whatever is fake or not. We're really triggering it from today all the way to after the elections to ensure that viewers and listeners can get the right information as and when. So it's in full trigger. So I think we're all concerned about the fake news that will come out, misinformation and disinformation. So media watch there. And then Labadi Beach Hotel pays record 16.5 million Ghana cedis dividend to SNIT. This is good, following the, you know, when the SNIT issue popped up over the hotels, there were a lot of assertions that Labadi Beach Hotel was doing pretty well. So it shouldn't have even popped up in the list. And I think this is to reiterate or emphasize that. So 16.5 million.
Yeah.
Right, so that's it. And then at the back page, Hearts of Lion Team Kotoko. So that's from the daily graphic.
All right. So we have the Ghanaian Times and upcoming 2024 presidential elections. Ghanaian Times is saying 34 more days to go. I'll hand over to winner, President assures nation. Okay, that's a good public gesture. FDA GSA launch harmonization initiative to boost industry, SMEs growth, industry and SMEs growth. We have NDC government would work with stakeholders to improve governance systems. Mahama is speaking there, and this one takes on the other side of the sporting, should I say, sporting legendary Hearts silence medium in Takwa. Accra Lions drop points at home. All right, that's it for the Ghanaian Times.
Let me take you to the Herald by Larry Lansdogbe, a very good friend. He has some interesting stories on the front page. One says NDC blacklists 4 companies printing 2024 ballot papers. The second one says Nyaho Tamaklo denies accusing Balmia of wheat candy use, quote unquote. And then new era for internet connectivity in Ghana with 5G launch. This 5G launch, I was saying that I wasn't even getting 4G.
You weren't getting 4G, but me, I've had 4G for
me. I haven't got 2 years. I've had
4G
3G and all that. It's never popped on my thing.
Maybe we should check the settings on your phone.
Oh, master,
we
checked and checked.
Still.
Anyway, we are told with the 5G, all the internet service providers are supposed to ensure that by December, we all get it.
Oh,
if
really?
Yes, according to the minister, if you don't get it by December, call out your service provider. So me, I'm waiting. The day they launched, I checked, it didn't come. So on Kennedy's own was on, and he came to fidget with my phone. He said, he told me that, he's enjoying 5G.
No, me, I turned mine on, but me, who is he?
As I was told, you'll be enjoying 4G.
It's still 4G.
So
it says 4G
checked,
plus.
Well, let me see mine now.
It says 4G plus.
LTE.
It's LTE. That's 4G.
Yeah.
LTE is 4G.
Yeah, so now the 4G has popped up now.
So
I'm still waiting. By December, if I don't see my service provider will hear from me everywhere, whether social media, here, wherever. So that's that one.
Okay.
And then finally from the Herald, Eric Ejie refused anti-Muslim remarks, points to MPP's dirty tricks. So this is from the Herald.
All right, we have a daily guide here, and Adabraka robbery. Remember that incident that happened over the weekend?
Very troubling.
It's very, very disturbing. We'll get them. This is coming from the police. Mahama is threat to democracy. This is Information Minister. We have vote for your future, Baumia, to the youth. And we have Cozy starts Akata Manso Road project. Salifo Marco's son charged for manslaughter. Okay, I don't know if it's charged with manslaughter or charged for manslaughter. Anyway, the headline says charged for manslaughter. Maiden Public Sector Lawyers Conference, November 5th. And that's what we have for the daily guide. Okay,
let me take you to the Chronicle. It says GSA, FDA provide one-stop shop for set approvals. Wisconsin University is Educational Institution of the Year. And then Battle Over Questions. JDM fires, Baumia responds. So this is from the Chronicle.
Okay. Well, let me take you to the News Center newspaper. Stark contrast in energy policies. MPP's solar-centric vision to reduce cost by 50% versus NDC's focus on hydrothermal stability. All right, that's what we have there. Cozy constructs roads in Adentan municipality. Chief Justice launches 5th edition of Judiciary's Manual on Election Adjudication. And we have police on manhunt for over 6 million Ghana cedis Adabraka jewelry shop robbers. And a spike in HIV infections, funding challenges threaten Ghana's HIV AIDS efforts. Dr. Treme is speaking.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Let me take you to the new publisher. Their logo is hide nothing, fear nothing.
Okay.
All right. So they have the picture of the Chief Justice, Gertrude Tokono, and she says, judicial ready for possible 2024 election disputes. You know, the manual has been launched, so they are ready. And then 33 days to elections, Boko killings reached 21, driver shot, car bent over the weekend. It also has a picture of Salifo Amakwa on his knees, based on the apology he rendered some weeks back to the people who died, you know, during the accident and all that.
From
and
the video that he put out.
And then the story says Bishop Salifo Amakwa's son charged with manslaughter, put on remand. And of course, ESLA 5G will redefine internet connectivity. So this is from the new publisher.
Okay. The Ghanaian publisher, on the other hand, says ESLA explains 5G shared network model. Optimistic Ghanaians will be served better. Okay. I think that on this note, we want to also say that, you know, there are areas in Ghana where there is no internet. Still.
Oh, yeah.
You know, so I think that efforts need to be made to make sure that the entire country has coverage. Even if it's 3G. Let's have coverage everywhere. Then we can.
Because those were the concerns when we're migrating to the 5G, that, you know, we had a target for 4G in terms of national coverage. And so the question was, what have we done to ensure that
full coverage?
You know, I was in Dubai, was it 7 or 8 years ago when they were launching the 5G.
Wow, 7 or 8 years ago.
And then they launched the selfless car drives, right? Am I right?
Oh
yeah. And so many technological advancements at the time.
Dubai is like 100 years.
Oh my God! I think it was during the Giftex, you know, fair, and it was something else at the time.
No, they are way ahead.
They are way ahead. So I mean, years later, we've also launched, but like you're saying, the most important thing is to ensure that across the country, and not just data, electricity.
Yes.
We still have villages
So many
out
places
of the,
that are, yes.
you know,
and some
big
of them are not
cities.
even that far from Accra.
Yeah.
You know, in Utusenya, for example, there's about 20, 30 villages that are
without
in darkness.
electricity.
And
then some with this
enough.
data thing or internet connectivity or whatever connectivity can have to climb trees to be able to position themselves to receive
to get
calls.
a little bit of network
so
for
we
calls.
have a lot of work to do, and I hope we get to fix all these things.
Yeah, let me just wrap up with the Ghanaian publisher. Nana promises to hand over to winner. Baumia outlines plans to tackle youth unemployment. We have ADB supports farmers with Farmers Day, with 1 million Ghana cedis, and Prof. Ekumfi charges MPP to secure victory for Baumia. So that's what we have for the Ghanaian publisher.
Okay. Republic Press says I'll hand over peacefully, Akufo-Addo assures, and then EC opens up ballot printing to media. So that's from, and then a sad one, founder of Kama Group, Michael Ijekumado, dead.
Yeah.
Very, very sad one.
Yeah.
So, you know, our condolences to his family. Very sad one. I mean, one of the greatest we've seen in the pharmaceutical industry here in Ghana.
And you know, a more recent video of his in the last few months, he was lamenting about the whole financial restructuring and how it had affected his business and things were tough and all of that.
This restructuring really hit, you know,
negatively impacted a lot.
Well, we've seen CDH, the court overturning its license. You know, his license was revoked. By the central bank. So we've seen that. So a lot of things will be popping up as the years pass by over that restructuring. Well, we're told that the central bank is likely to appeal that. So we'll see how that goes.
Okay. So the custodian, you're done with yours?
I'm done with the last one, Republic.
The custodian says Mahama is bad for Ghana's democracy. This is an information minister speaking. Akufo-Addo promises free, fair and peaceful 2024 polls. Baumia outlines plan to create 4 million jobs. Police chase jewelry robbers and Bagbeng recalls parliament. All right. And so that's what we have for the front page of the custodian.
All right, let me take you to the Inquisitor. It says destruction of Nwang Forest, Takwa in Swayam MC in lies to dirty Forestry Commission. Okay, your future is secured under DMB's presidency, Napoto Sunyani West constituents, and then Richard Jakpa assaulted while on ballot printing supervision exercise. So. I'll give you, I believe he's an agent for the NDC, and whilst he went to supervise. But I'll give you details of that in a bit.
Okay, all right. The Informer. Informer says Adabaka robbers will face justice, police assure public. BRICS adopts Baumia's G40 to reduce dollar dominance. Okay, we have vacancies controversy. Speaker must respect Supreme Court decision. Imani Boss is speaking. Bichem Queen Mother backs Baumia, encourages him to remain resolute. And I'll respect your choice. Akufo-Addo speaking regarding election 2024. That's what we have for the Informer.
Okay, the anchor says cholera outbreak kills 5 in Kaswa, 30 hospitalized. And then it also has the story of Tony Edu dissents on NDC MPs over approval of certain Supreme Court judges. So that's from the anchor.
All right, the Daily Democrat says MPP legacy to Ghanaians is corruption. Speaker Mahama there being quoted. NDC professionals advocate for medical tourism, for economic growth. We have NDC 2024 elections. Election results will shock MPP in Ashanti region. This is the NDC deputy youth organizer speaking there. Binduri MP supports 250 constituents with skills training, and Reverend Dr. Ebenezer Adakwa Yadam, aka the nation's prophet, or Prophet One, a beacon of integrity in Ghanaian politics and faith. I didn't know he was involved in Ghanaian politics, but yeah, okay. That's what the Daily Democrat is saying.
Okay, let me take you to the Daily Analyst. They also have the story of the cholera outbreak at Kaswa.
Okay.
And then also, Baumia launches National E-Health Project. IGP assures readiness of security personnel to protect Ghana's peace. And finally, EC not printing excess ballot papers. Samotete clears the air.
All right. Let me just give you one more here, and then before we do some, and then you can wrap up and do some online stories. The Today newspaper, Boko conflict. Death toll now reaches 21 as one more person killed. We really need to jump on top of this and so hope that it calms down ASAP. Ghana's trade ranking declines. Robbers strike at Adabraka market, bolt with sacks of cash. Bahamas supports Islamic education. And that's what we have for the Today newspaper.
Okay, I'll wrap up with the BNFT. Says BOG assures subsidy resilience amid rising FX demand. And 5G network is here, marks new era of digital connectivity. So those are the stories from me in terms of the headlines for this morning.
Okay. Incidentally, it looks like Ghana is like the 15th or 16th country in Africa to get on the 5G. Everybody has gone ahead of us.
So we are late then.
We are even late.
Okay, better late than never.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. So let's go to channel1news.com. Election 2024, be circumspect in your utterances. EC is advising political parties. We have, we'll do everything to bring peace to Boku. Asamoah Boateng speaking. Election 2024, trust me to protect the public purse. Baumia there. Election 2024, my tax system will be the easiest, friendliest. Baumia is promising Ghanaian youth. Okay. Election 2024, place your trust in me. I will not disappoint you. Again, Baumia speaking. So a lot of Baumia comments there. Let me give you a few others here. Peace pact signatories must include other institutions. Okay, and this is Mahama speaking. And let's not add religious intolerance to political differences. Napo there speaking. Over the weekend, there was a religious gathering of political, it was a mix of politics and religious people. Peace, basically, you know, rallying together for peace. One final one here. Prioritize peace, avoid violence in December post. Apostle Nyameche, who of course was leading that charge over the weekend.
Okay, so I'll bring you details as well from my side. I'll start with Labadi Beach Hotel paying record 16.5 billion Ghana cedis dividend to SNIT. And it says, this is from the Daily Graphic, Ghana's top 5-star destination, Labadi Beach Hotel has paid 16.51 million Ghana cedis as dividend to its sole shareholder, the Social Security and National Insurance Trust, SNIT. Presenting the check at its annual general meeting, AGM, recently, the managing director of Labadi Beach Hotel said the feat was a remarkable one that underscored the hotel's unwavering commitment to excellence and solidified its position as the flagship of Ghana's hospitality industry. Quote, our success reflects our dedication to delivering unparalleled experiences and value to our stakeholders. Unquote, he said. So that's some good one for Labadi Beach Hotel.
Okay. The police are on a manhunt for the robbers that, you know, a couple of streets away from the Adabraka police station, you know, brazen daylight robbery. Police on manhunt for over 6 million Ghana cedi Adabraka jewelry shop robbers. The Ghana Police Service has announced a manhunt for suspects involved in a brazen daylight robbery at a jewelry shop in Adabraka. According to a police statement, 4 masked robbers targeted a customer of an Accra-based jeweler, stealing more than 6 million Ghana cedis. Now, witnesses report that the robbers approached the victim's Toyota Corolla, firing multiple warning shots to scatter the crowded Adabraka market. Shoppers and vendors fled, taking cover as gunfire rang out. The robbers forced open the car's boot, seizing sacks of cash before escaping in their own vehicle. Now, following the incident, colleague Clotte MP Zanetta Rawlings visited the crime scene, voicing her concern over such daylight crimes and urging the police and the Ministry of Interior to intensify citizen protection, especially as elections approach. The police have assured the public that they are committed to apprehending the suspects and bringing them to justice. Now, you know, in years gone by, Adabraka was quite notorious for a lot of very serious armed robberies, you know, and that was part of the reason why they created the roadblock system in Adabraka. You notice that it's not in any neighborhood. Adabraka is the one that has that. A lot of roads have been blocked at different points in time. It was to be able to control the way people should just in and out of the neighborhood and all of that.
I think it was a serious commercial hub. You know, you have a lot of fox bearers, the gold guys, and then a lot of key businesses
were there.
And then quite a number of banks.
Banks as well. It's true.
And all that, and then that stretch zooms into the central business district, the Cocoa Boat side, all the way into the markets proper, where you go as well. There are a lot of forex bureaus. The black market is really big there, and a lot of commercial entities. But this development we saw on Saturday, very troubling.
Yes.
And it's good the CCTVs were active and all that. And you know, the people filming and all that will also help. There's a shot of the car number of the car that the robbers were in around. So we hope that is confirmed by the police, and then we can all help to apprehend these people who did the wrong thing. But I was wondering why I thought the rules around cash movement, the bullion vans are supposed to pick the money up from across all these places.
Again,
so I don't
you know, we don't always follow the rules. So, but then we've also had bullion vans being attacked.
Yes, but at least they are
that,
supposed to know better on how to manage these things than you and I. Of course, somebody said, I've been moving this money all these years and all that. But they have the armed security people
interestingly,
and all that.
with this from the CCTV camera, that was possibly above the shop itself. The money was placed in the car maybe about a minute or two before they moved.
I think a lot of people are questioning the delay
and the reason for the slow movement.
And even, but I don't want to get into it because, you know, but even the time the car crossed them, the time it took for them to move, because the car was coming, you know, and it
was slowly coming in, and then they
were
just,
still there. They could have just gone, but hey, we're not investigators, so let's see what the police will come out with on this thing. They've started investigations. We hope some arrests are made soon, and whoever is behind this, you know, brought to justice.
Absolutely. Well,
anyway, let me do quickly this Boko killings thing, which is also very troubling. One person has been reportedly shot dead in Boko in the Upper East region, and his car burned to ashes, renewing fresh tension in the already conflict-ridden neighborhood. This brings the death toll to 21, although locals say the number could be more. The latest victim of murder is said to be a Boko commercial driver known as Madi. He was said to have been attacked on his way to Bogatanga. Now, the Boko conflict, primarily rooted in chieftaincy disputes and ethnic tensions, has led to a renewed unrest in the area. Yesterday, some of the people from the area, Upper West, were appealing to the Chief Justice to reopen the courts because they believe justice delayed is justice denied. So we'll see how that pans out. But most businesses and all that are leaving the Ghana Water Company.
It's so unfortunate.
You know,
it's so unfortunate.
It's so dangerous now.
Vivian, thank you very much.
Thank you
very
too.
much for this morning. And sports is next.
All right, so let's get into some sports. I'm going to be starting with the Ghana Premier League. Pando Hearts of Lions pulled off the result of the round after defeating Asante Kotoko 1-0 at the Len Clay Stadium in Obuasi yesterday. Kojo Obeng Jr.'s strike was enough to win the game for Lions and condemn Kotoko to their second straight loss of the season. Hearts of Oak also recorded an away win at Mediama on Friday following their 2-0 result in Takwa. Kwabena Boateng and Maoli Wayo grabbed goals in the second half to hand the Phobians an impressive victory on the road. In other results, Nations FC beat Karela 1-0, while the matches involving Nsotreman and Bechem, Berekum Chelsea and Holy Stars and Gold Stars and Dreams all ended in draws.
All right, let's do some Premier League on City. Now, Manchester United and Chelsea played out a 1-1 draw at Stamford Bridge yesterday in the biggest game of match week 10 of the Premier League. Now, following a goalless first half, Manchester United found the breakthrough via a Bruno Fernandes penalty. But 4 minutes later, Moses Caicedo blasted home a leveler to leave the game squared and add another draw to the most drawn match in the history of the Premier League. Now, Liverpool went to the top of the league table following their 2-1 comeback over Brighton at Anfield on Saturday. Now, Ferdi Kadioglu put Brighton ahead, but Cody Gakpo and Mo Salah responded for Liverpool as they moved to 25 points on the table. Now, Man City slipped to second place. And I repeat that, Man City slipped to second place on the log after they lost 2-1 to Bournemouth on Saturday. Now, Ghana's Antoine Semenyo put Bournemouth ahead after 9 minutes, and Ivan Nilsson doubled it after 64 minutes. Now, Josko Vardiol headed home what eventually became a consolation for the league champions. Now, Arsenal went 3 games without a win after they were beaten by a lone goal at Newcastle on Saturday. Now, Alexander Isak's 12-minute header was the difference on the day for Newcastle as Arsenal were blunted all through the game and dropped to 5th on the table. In some other results, Tottenham thumped Aston Villa by 4-1. Nottingham Forest put 3 past West Ham, while Southampton got their very first league win of the campaign after they beat Everton 1-0. And that's what we have for sports this morning. Yes, Man City. OJ, good morning. Good morning to OJ. Good morning to Frema. Good morning to you yourself.
I know.
Yeah. Anyway, there's more to come on Breakfast Daily. Chris is going to be sitting with her guests on the News Review segment. We'll be right back after this.
Are you ready? It's on Friday, the 8th of November, 2024. Venue is Cedar Mountain Chapel, Cedar City, number 1 Lagos Avenue. Gate opens at exactly 5 p.m. The Sunday Light edition of I Testify will feature inspiring performances by our indefatigable Cedar Choral. Minister Prince Danzel, Minister Nicholas Ofuria Connor, the host choir, Cedar Mass Choir, the Refreshing Harmonious Chorale, and the Energy Booster Group, Team Eternity Ghana. Prepare for an unforgettable night of worship, praise, and powerful testimonies that send the light to the world. Don't miss out on this special event. I Testify 2024. We are sending the light. Come with family and friends.
Who are you? Who are you? Charlie, I'll be you from the future. Who doesn't sleep on that slice of bread you call mattress anymore? Put on some slippers, then follow me.
You didn't spot the mattress we did the front there.
Yeah?
That be the mattress where the dead for time.
Wait, what are you doing? Wow! No damage at all.
Not only durable, but also super comfortable. Come on, try it.
Nothing day like ash foam. Enjoy full body support and unparalleled comfort for a restful sleep.
Don't forget your keys.
Get the premium sleep experience with mattresses from Ash Foam. Visit any of our showrooms nationwide or at ashfoam.com.
It's time for the beauty, fashion, and wellness industry's most prestigious events of the year. After 7 sensational editions, we're back with the 8th annual Africa Makeup and Beauty Fair and the Ghana Beauty Awards. It's the Synergy edition. Join us as we celebrate the artistry, creativity, and innovation that define the world of beauty, fashion, and wellness. From the latest trends to 37 prestigious awards up for grabs, from exhibitions to beauty and fashion shows, and to huge discounts on all your favorite beauty products, this year's event promises to inspire and ignite sustainable collaborations for economic growth and development. Don't miss out on the glamour, excitement, and unforgettable moments at the Synergy edition of the annual Africa Makeup and Beauty Fair and the Ghana Beauty Awards. The AMB Fair comes off on the 8th and 9th of November at the Adisa Pavilion, Labadi Beach Hotel. Time is 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. each day. And the Ghana Beauty Awards is on the 10th of November at the Omanyi Hall, Labadi Beach Hotel. Time is 6:30 p.m. Our sponsors are
Mama, stop worrying. How is Kobna? I got some of his medication. His friends are raising funds to support us. The kidney disease has taken the toll. But my son and our finances. Mama, there is hope. The pharmacist told me about Mahama's policies on chronic diseases. John Mahama is going to establish the Mahama Cares Fund to support Ghanaians with kidney diseases, sickle cell, cancer, diabetes, hypertension, and other heart conditions to support and ease the financial burden on families like ours. Mama, but that is not all. Ghanaians can access free health care when they go to the CHIPS compound, health centers, clinics, and polyclinics. Mama, we have to vote wisely for Kobne's sake. Mama, wipe your tears. Wipe your tears. Mahama cares.
Vote for change. Vote for John Mahama and the NDC.
Once again, good morning, and you are welcome to Breakfast Daily. Now it's time for us to unpack the stories making waves in the nation. And we're going to be delving into critical issues like the daylight robbery that happens in the heart of Accra, to Dr. Mamadou Bawumia engaging the youth, and lastly to the issue of peaceful governance. And in the studio with me is Ibrahim Ajay, who is the Assistant Secretary at the Office of the President, and obviously representing the New Patriotic Party, commonly known as the NPP. Good morning.
Good morning, Chris. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Wonderful.
How is everything?
Good.
Good.
We had a
Happy?
busy weekend.
Busy weekend?
Yeah.
Campaigning?
Campaigning. I was in Osabu Kojo yesterday, then I went to Aboma Nursery, then I was in Zone 17. This is the Lejo Kuku constituency. And so it was very engaging and productive.
Right.
When you see, because now the campaign is shifted, it's not just party members or party for delegates, it's the community or the polling station areas. And to see people who would normally not be part of that interaction, I'm talking the community, really appreciating what NPP is doing, what Honorable Dr. Kobo is doing in the constituency, and learning from them what are their experiences on ground,
right,
their concerns, what they're appreciating. We see good signs. But what we want to do is finish hard and make sure that we put the people as priority in every engagement that we do. This election is about the Ghanaian
It's all
people,
about the people.
and that's what we're doing. That's exactly what Dr. Hamadu Bawumia is engaging, as you saw yesterday at Boteman.
Yeah.
It's about Ghana.
Which we're going to be talking about later on the show. And remember, if you're watching me, please, you are part of the show. If you have any questions, if you have any comments that you want to send it via the WhatsApp number on your screen, and we will get to read it on the show and even ask questions to the panelists. So let's get straight into it. Last week, over the weekend, actually, the 2nd of November 2024, there was actually a daylight robbery in the heart of Accra, Adabraka to be precise.
Yeah.
And these armed robbers actually made away with 6.2 million Ghana cedis, a staggering 6.2 million Ghana cedis. And a lot of questions have been raised, especially questions of public safety. But we actually have a story here on Channel 1, channel1news.com. And let us just get straight into it. Eyewitnesses describe how Adabraka robbery unfolded. Let's get straight into it and we will talk about it. Armed robbers numbering about 5 attacked a jewelry shop in Adabraka in Accra on November 2, 2024, sending shockwaves through the community. The armed robbers allegedly made away with 6.2 million Ghana cedis on Saturday, November 2. The armed robbers targeted a man in a red Toyota Corolla parked near the bustling market. While some of the assailants brandished weapons and fired shots into the air, others were seen transferring sacks of money from the victim's car into their getaway vehicle. And one person suffered severe injury. An eyewitness who spoke with Channel 1 TV stated, "I was at the back of our house doing something and heard some gunshots, but I knew it was knockout. As Christmas season approaches, of course, this is something they always hear during Christmas season. So I peeped through my window and I saw a man with a black mask, whom I warned that we don't urinate at the back of this house. And he shouted, 'Hey, madam, shut up.' And the tone was like that of a Nigerian. So quickly, I just closed the door and he gave a warning shot. When I came out, I saw that people were shouting. I saw the man holding some money and threw the money and gave a warning shot, and everybody rushed to take the money. Then he began walking majestically on the street," she stated. Another also stated, I was around the most, and then we saw a lot of people running. And when we turned, we saw a RAV4 blocking a Toyota Corolla. We don't know we didn't know what they were trying to do. And so they fired at the car tires, and suddenly they started giving warning shots. Then they started pulling the sacks of money from the Corolla into the RAV4. In fact, nobody got close to them because they were armed. We called the police because they were close. Most of us rushed to the station trying to come and face them, but they were not coming. But after the operation, they came around, but it was too late."
Yes, Chris.
Can we actually have the footage on screen, because you didn't get to see everything.
I saw just a snippet of it.
Just a snippet of it, yeah. So that's it there. And obviously that's the car that they attacked, and the driver had his hand up, you know.
I can speak to the footage that we're seeing if you want, Chris.
Yeah.
I saw bits of it, as I say, online when it happened, and when it was posted online. I think what we need to do, community-wise, this thing happens. So let's understand that robbery happens. It's not peculiar, unfortunately. But I think the scale of it, and then the amount of money taken, is what has really made it a headline news.
Yes.
And then also what...
And the operation,
broad daylight. You with your AK-47s or firearms and making people put their hands up. What can we do to, if you will, arrest the situation? it's the whole case of the community working together. These things happen. But again, you don't want the community to intervene where firearms are there. You've got to consider your safety first.
Yeah.
There's a lot that we can talk about. What can we do to mitigate, help? First and foremost, in terms of if there's no benefit, I'm talking the armed robbers, clearly they must know that this volume of cash was available.
Yeah.
You know, that's the incentive on their part.
Exactly.
Because there are a lot of jewelry stores within Adabraka. If you know Adabraka very well, it's not a unique retail outlet. There are several within the Adabraka enclave. What advice can we give to retailers?
Yeah.
Not just jewelry, but any other type. As quickly as possible, you have to somehow vacate your monies and send them. That's why you have the bullion vans that we normally see.
Right.
They are private. They don't just belong to the Bank of Ghana.
Right.
The bullion vans are oftentimes private
So it's a
businesses.
service.
A service.
So that there you have them actually throwing the money into the air.
And I mean, that's a strategy to do what? Somehow prevent the crowds from rushing them.
Yeah.
It's a divergence tactic, and it works very well. But yes, I want to maybe, in my submission, Chris, encourage businesses, when you have large volumes, don't use your own staff to transport these things. Because sometimes they follow them, and it's insider knowledge. Use the services of bullion vans to periodically come and take your monies that you earned.
Right. But how available are the bullion vans or the services of bullion vans? How common are they?
They're very common. If you want, you can just Google it right now. You know, ask Siri, and they'll give a whole list within their crowd. I'm not saying they are everywhere, but remember, you don't take money out every single minute. Normally, it's maybe twice or 3 times a day.
Right.
You know, so they are there. They're able to meet the demand. You know, of retailers, and I think that's one of the main takeaways that I want to take. Having said that, though, Chris, I'm happy that we have a strong network of CCTV cameras, not just in Accra, right across the country. We've all seen them. The huge poles, the white poles, looks like lampposts, but you have the CCTV cameras there, and they work, they function, and they are networked. And I'm hoping that
they're
at
all
least
connected to
they're
each
all
other.
connected. They're all connected at the National Surveillance Center, one of which is behind the Accra International Conference Center. That's one center, and there are others dotted around the regions, whereby they connect and they can actually track and trace the vehicle and the personnel that were involved in this.
Right, right. But now, how do you respond to citizens who feel that their safety has been compromised due to the lack of police presence in that area? Especially for the fact that these citizens actually said they reached out to the police, but the police didn't want to come.
I can't speak to that. If you say they didn't want to come, I mean, how do you?
Well, that's what we just read.
I mean, how they didn't want. They said no, we're not coming.
They said
I find it.
They said that they actually refused to follow them until the robbers left. That's when they now came.
Well, I can't speak to that. It's not. It's not for my place to somehow. That means I'm arguing with them. They were there, and they're giving us that report. But I find it hard to believe, personally. We, since 2017, over 25,000 additional police personnel have been recruited within the service. Over 23,000. The motorbikes, over 5,000. I think 3 helicopters. And then patrol boats for the sea. I'm talking border patrol. I'm trying to give you the architecture of what government has done to make sure that security was a priority in our manifesto in 2012, 2016, 2020, and still in 2020.
Right.
And we're making good on that promise. You can never do enough where security is concerned.
True.
But for those citizens who were in Adabraka, said that the police didn't want to come until after the armed robbers, we have a very strong professional police service.
Right.
And I think we would do a disservice if we took a comment and made it as
A
if
general
that's,
thing.
Yeah. I find it difficult to believe, because we remember when we had a case of Melcom about a year and a half ago in the North Industrial Area. Again, daylight robbery, and the police were on hand there within minutes. So let's be fair to the police service. That's what I want to say in my submission. But that's not to say that we are discounting the reports of the citizens. you know.
Because that's the experience.
Yeah, that's the experience.
Yeah.
And if that is the case, that's the caveat. If that is the case, and of course we need to look at those police personnel who responded thus, if indeed that's the case, Chris.
Right, right. Okay, so joining us right now is Victor Kwajoga Adawudu, who is a member of the NDC Legal and Communication team. Good morning, Victor.
Good morning, Chris.
How are you?
I'm fine. And good morning, Ibrahim.
Good morning to you, Victor.
So obviously we're having a conversation about the robbery that happened on the 2nd of November, that's Saturday, at Adabraka. In fact, the daylight robbery where the armed robbers made away with 6.2 million Ghana cedis in broad daylight. And I'm sure you've seen some of the videos already.
Yeah, I've seen some of the video.
Right, so...
Clearly, when I saw the video, I just said this was an insider trading. An insider who had, you know, it was carefully planned.
That it will leave at this time.
This time, and, you know, there was a communication. So for me, the first thing the police will have to do is to take the driver and the other gentleman's phones. I'm sure when they clone it, because I believe that there was some communication. Why would the car, once they get into the car, they stayed for a period,
before leaving.
Right? They won't move. They were there for a period. So that means that either there is a WhatsApp communication or said that, look, we are about to move, something going on. Then you see, even when he just moved into the cab and the other, I think the Toyota came in, there was no attempt like even driving bypassing. The only thing you realize was he was reversing back. And you see, if you watch it carefully, the gentleman who was sitting at the passenger side had opened his door. He had opened the door. It was not that the robbers who opened the door. So I'm sure, you see, one thing about the Ghana Police Service is that if they are determined and purpose that they want to investigate and get to the root of the matter, they will do it.
Yeah.
If they decide that they don't want to do it, or it is linked to supposedly a big man, let me use my words carefully these days. You know, those days, some of the miscreants will hide behind the leadership or people who can cover them as insurance. So they do things and they believe that these are people we have sponsored in politics and the rest, and they will speak for us. But these days, we even see them themselves standing. They want to be seen. So until I believe that the police, there's nothing there that would tie their hand, the police can go after these people. I give you, within a week or two, they always know they have the informants, they know the criminals, they know where their hiding places are within every setting, and they know who should call, who will be called, that will give them the information that, where is this your boy and boy? They know.
Right.
I can tell you on point that they have the informants, they know. It is only when they feel that they are being restrained that But with all that I have seen on this, I'm sure that the police will be able to give it to them.
Right.
I'm telling you, Ghana Police, unless there's that lackadaisical attitude, they don't want to do it because there's somebody somewhere who is pulling strings.
Right.
But if they are given their professional role to play as professionals, with this particular incident, I'm sure they should be able to bring them. And I think, if you look at the whole thing, the robbery, you just realize that even the people, if it was real armed robbery, that it was a coincidence or it was not from inside raid, when they got there, they would have shot the tire of the vehicle to demobilize the vehicle and be able to pick that thing. But even when you realize the boot, when they realized someone was banging the boot and they realized he went in, they couldn't open the driver's port. If you watch, the driver's port was not open. They had to come through the passenger area to go and open the boot. Then they came back to, so all this tells you that this is a design. It's not by accident.
Right.
It was designed, and I'm sure that the police, once they put all the CCTV and the camera, they should be able. And when they call some of their informants,
they will find out.
They will find out.
Right. But this robbery has actually raised serious concern about, public safety and crime prevention in the city. How would your respective parties prioritize security? Because obviously we're getting into the elections. There has to be issues of prioritizing security too. Because this, obviously, we have seen and definitely will actually, it will have a ripple effect if nothing happens. Yeah. It will motivate others to do the same if nothing happens. So now how are your respective parties going to handle security, say, whoever wins?
Sure. Let me quickly respond to that, Chris. Yeah. I mentioned in my earlier submission what the government has been doing since 2017. Yeah. You know, when you fail to recognize the linkage between digitalization and the economy and all its anchors, then really you don't deserve the mandate to lead the people. And I'll explain this. I'm talking to...
Is that a shade?
It's a big shade. It's a big shade to the flag bearer for the NDC, John Mahama, former president. It's a big shade to him. You asked the question, how are we prioritizing security? Look at the investment just within the CCTV cameras across the nation. I've been to all 16 regions. So it's not Accra-centered or Kumasi-centered or Cape Coast-centered. It's across the length and breadth of our great nation. What does that do? It allows us now to, one, give confidence to our communities. I don't have the figures with me, so I don't just speak and pull figures out of the air. That's not how we should do our politics on the breakfast show. But you'll see that within our communities, the crime rate has decreased substantially because now there are eyes on the community. Just come out here before you get to, what do you call it, the Fidelity Bank, just there. And this is by and large a residential area. Semi-urban residential. There are CCTV cameras around. What this tells robbers, Chris, is that there are eyes here. Let me look elsewhere.
Let me go elsewhere.
Let me go elsewhere. That's a government NPP policy looking to utilize the electronic ecosystem that we have, digitalization to help security. Then, in terms of about boots on the ground, I mentioned the figures, and you can compare them. Over 23,000 personnel properly recruited within the police service alone. And I haven't come to the military, the prisons, fire service, who all work in a collaborative manner to help do what? Secure our homes and our borders. Then you look at the pay, remuneration for the police service personnel. When we came to office in 2017, one of the cardinal anchors was that we have to make sure that the police were properly compensated for doing what? Men and women who put their lives on the line for we the Ghanaians 24 hours a day. If you want a real 24 hours economy, look to what we're doing for the police. They work 24 hours and we have proper... When was the last time you heard about the police going on strike? We had it in 2011 and 2013. I'm talking about the police agitating, Chris, for increased labor. As I'm talking, Google it. 2011, 2013. Why wasn't the government then, NDC government, properly paying them? When we came, we said we have to make sure that you're paid. Come to the military because they all work in the same architecture. Now they get there, I think it's like $60 per day. Those who are in Lebanon or Congo or South Sudan, and they get their money directly. There used to be a case, Chris, when the military, because the money comes from the United Nations. It's part of your per diem. And that money was given to high-ranking officers, and then later it was removed. About find one way here. You know, they sip some of the soup and give the rest to the soldiers. We stopped that from 2017 and made sure that you, the soldier, on armed duty or service duty outside our jurisdiction, you are paid your dollars directly. What does that do? It motivates you. That, hey, I've got a government who is supporting me because I could be dying in the Congo or Lebanon or South Sudan, and at least financially, what I'm due, I'm getting from this government. Helicopters, 3, I'm talking back to the police now. Border patrols, I don't have the number, so I don't want to say a number, then somebody will fact check me and say, oh, Brian, you're lying. But I think in excess of 4 patrols for our border, in addition, to make sure that our border patrols, you know, to again mitigate the patrolling that is now, thankfully, a thing of the past. So our fisheries are more secure. So these are the elements that I want to give you my submission.
Right.
We're making sure that there's motivation from the police, well-trained, well-resourced, well-equipped, and there's a transparent promotion system, within or appraisal system, so that all of these things combine to make sure you have a workforce who is motivated and dedicated. And then for the citizenry, you make sure that you do what? You give them the infrastructure, the CCTV cameras and the bobbies on the beat, the police on the corners, at the intersections, giving you that visibility.
And our street lights.
And yes, really, yes. It's an important part.
Yeah.
These are all the things that the MPP, Dr. Mahamudu Bambami, wants to upscale all of these things and making sure that we present to Ghanaians a service of leadership, a service of bold solutions to meet the demands of Ghanaians.
Right.
And this is why Ghanaians, as I mentioned yesterday, I was in Osabu Kojo, I was in Zone 17, Lejakuku, I came down to Aboma Nursery, then I came down to Sea Lady, and I want to thank the community there who explained to me and others present with me what their concerns are, what their appreciations are, because then we use that information to now come back and deliver a service. And God willing, inshallah, we'll continue to add value to Ghanaians, because what Ghanaians want is a hand up, not a hand out.
Right.
They want jobs, because when you create the jobs as well, from a security point of view, they say idle hands make what? Is it tools for the devil?
Yes,
so
idle hands actually tools for the devil.
Yeah, so you're creating over 2.1 million jobs since 2017 within that, let's say, economic ecosystem that we have. It's not good saying that I'm going to create more jobs, more security, more police, if the underlying reasons for theft and robbery and any deviant activity is not addressed. And so the MPP is addressing that, 2.1 million jobs. Dr. Mahamudu Bambami, I know we'll speak about it in the next section. Now the agenda, and it's a well laid out plan to create 4 million jobs for the youth. And when we get to that section, hopefully I can speak to it.
You can speak about
when
it.
you do these things, Chris, you give confidence to the community, and we work together with the police to reduce crime and uplift our economic conditions.
Victor?
You know, when you were summonizing, I was just looking at it. My friend Ibrahim was just summonizing. Alice, you were talking about security.
Yes.
You see, when it comes to security of the nation, that's why sometimes we don't want to politicize it like the way it's been done now as to recruitment and the rest, because it is a serious issue. And with intelligence. And that is why even mostly, if you see the security budgets, it doesn't come to the public, apart from in camera where the committees and the security agencies, they sit, they look at their budget, and they have an unaccountable impress because of some of the exigencies that happened. It's a continuum, right? It's a continuum. When it comes to security, look, without security, we are not safe. We are not safe in the country. So everybody looks at it. And when you look at it, that is why the NDC sees that, look, with the 24-hour economy, when we do it, we need almost about 25,000 personnel for the police. We need more than that to add. That would reduce also unemployment. When you look at it, he said the police went on strike and the rest. No. From 2009, it was the NDC government that introduced the single spine. The police, for the first time, there was jubilation. They were happy. The military were happy. The other agencies were happy with the single spine. It is the single spine that has been in, nothing has been changed about that. But, you see, we need to motivate them. They are working. Like the CCTV that it's saying, these are new technology. Technology evolves. And once technology evolves, we look at what comes best. And you have to lay it with the infrastructure, like the Accra data center, where they started. This is where all the CCT, other things feeds into. Are you getting? So technology makes it that we can see in real time what is happening. And I can tell you that some of the informants and the rest, the kind of communication gadgets that are being provided for them, people will not know, right? So they are able to also capture and tell you within the community, because they've been planted all over in the community. And these are some of the things that it is sometimes a bit difficult when you are discussing security, what has to be done or what is being done. Because once you discuss it, then the miscreants within the society also become sophisticated.
Yeah, and they become aware of what's
yes, they
going
become
on.
aware and they become very sophisticated in things that they do. But I can assure you that security of this nation is paramount to everybody, every government, every leader who wants to come.
Right.
And security is there. You see, like he was saying, motivation, you need to motivate the people. You don't demotivate them. Unlike in 2020, the police salary was increased before elections. So they were so happy. Some had, look, I'm telling you a real story. Some had even gone to apply for loan on the basis of the increment they have done. Only after election, that money has to be taken off. That money, it's real. Ask any of them. That money, they said it was an increment. Then while you've been paid a month or two, then just after election, it has been withdrawn.
Since when?
Oh, 2020. Just ask any policeman.
I'm asking you.
2020.
Okay.
2020. This is what happened to them. So, you see, we don't want to demotivate them. That's why we are saying that when we come, let's look at meritocracy. Yes, the police service, I think at the council, you can, on recommendation, based on personal achievements, what you have contributed, personal quota to this, you can be promoted. But when it is 1-2 off many times, that people within the same course, some have been jumped even twice ahead of their colleagues.
Yeah.
Some have even been brought down. Yes, there is no, you see, you cannot say that you won't be impartial. I don't believe that people are not impartial, but you can be objective. You have biases. You are leaned towards somebody. You have a soft spot for somebody. But once you are objective and the fact speaks to it, I think that people will be happy. I just pray and know that what we are hearing, it is not so. Or we find a way to do, because of the kind of division, the kind of bitterness between, even within the services, because people feel that they've not been treated well, or somebody has been promoted above him. You know, it happens, but the proportion at which it is now, it's something dangerous for us. That I believe that the next government, which is the NDC government that will come in, will be able to look at it as a whole. I always ask that it is time sometimes you tap the wisdom and the rich experience of the retirees, the senior military police officers, how things should be done, how things were done, or how did they do it. I think that we need that. Those days you get into some of the services and all the people, excuse my language, are in the service. They think that it is they use the uniform to intimidate, to extort money from people. You know, they say that, look, yes, I'm in the uniform. I'm in the, this is about the Ghana. So when Ghana speaks, I'm Ghana, I'm speak. When I speak, you have to obey. They don't even want to listen to you. You know, those are things that we are looking to streamline and make sure. I don't want this to look like we are politicizing it.
Right.
But I think that they have to be motivated. And that's what I've told you. That those days, right? People, now you see some of the miscreants, they want to take picture with you. They are with this leader. When something happens, he calls the leader says, oh, he's our boy. Can you do something about it? That is why. And you know, sometimes the security intelligence, they are left with nothing to do. They know the issues, they know what happens, but they're also thinking about their... And you see, the other part of it is that when it happens like that, the family, even your friends will be telling you, be careful, you just leave these issues, let sleeping dogs lie, so that your family will be preserved. But why will you do this? And your family is also putting pressure. So I think it is something we need to have a dialogue. Call the senior people, what is happening now. Everybody needs help. it gets to a point, they need help. And if we need help for our security people to have that security like they did, now we have a national security policy that we go about. To sensitize and fertilize all the issues that will come with, then we know how far we can go about it.
Right. All right. So on that note, we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we will continue the discussion.
Get ready.
Every objection against you is hereby dismissed.
For Impact 2024 with the Archbishop Nicholas Duncan Williams, Reverend Dr. Eastwood Anaba, Apostle Joshua Selman, Apostle Isi Igeneba, Bishop Dr. Bernard Ojiri Asari, and Reverend Dr. David Entry. November 24th to December 1st, 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. daily at Action Chapel International, Prayer Cathedral, Dominion Arena. For inquiries, pass information, call 059-230-0069.
Luck is everywhere.
8K. Hey, wait. You go put it on his tab. This is my man. Good luck.
The bill radio. We have star 712. I'm on dialing the magic numbers. Star 712. Now welcome to the luckiest. And now with me at home ticket. You can buy for yourself or your loved ones.
Mommy, tell mommy who's here.
You're buying for me, right?
Or who else?
Oh.
Let's choose buy tickets for adults.
Love you, boo boo.
Maybe straight to option 4. Now we try. You need to buy tickets worth 50 Ghana to qualify. Yes, you can buy random or preferred tickets. I'm choosing random ticket. That's it. Listen, if you buy the random ticket, the system chooses a random number for you. But if you buy the preferred, you get to input your own preferred 5 digits. 5. Now follow the prompts and confirm. Now the luckiest.
The luckiest is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform, not for persons below 18 years. T&Cs apply.
You play me, I play you. A stage play written by Efo Kojumagbe.
Baza, you not pay me you. I said it's 150 Ghana cedis. That's 15,000 naira. Before I'm just this place to this place, you say 150. I took you from Tema to come to me.
Join Jonalyn Thatia Ghana, Brain Jota Nigeria, Clemento Shores Ghana, and Adra Olins Lindsay. Adopted Nigerian for a night of laughter, drama, and great moments at the National Theatre on 8 November 2024 for 2 shows at 4 p.m. first show and 8 p.m. second show, and the Bukum Boxing Arena on 9 November 2024 at 7 p.m. for one unforgettable show. To purchase ticket, simply dial *713 *33 *10# or visit africaartsnetwork.com or go to the various locations: Airport Shell, Bachana Total, Roxwache, and Silverbird Cinemas Accra Mall. For more information, call 0541 234 586. You Play Me, I Play You is powered by Africa Arts Network in collaboration with Challenging Heights, sponsored by Pepsodent, Star Life Insurance, York's Rent-A-Car, Tilly's, and Mark Felix Foods. You Play Me, I Play You. Ghana and Nigeria. Ha! Who can play?
In the heart of our communities, change is not just a dream, it's a promise.
I don't have to worry about rising costs and taxes. Dr. Baumia's flat rate tax system is a breath of fresh air. It means I can keep more of what I earn and invest back into my business.
I've seen so many changes in my lifetime, but what matters most is to feel secured. Dr. Baumia's initiative for the elderly is to make sure we are not forgotten. He's giving us the exact care that we deserve.
With digital skills training, I am no longer worried about the future. Dr. Baumia empowers us to thrive in a digital world, making us ready for tomorrow's jobs.
Job opportunities are crucial for my generation. Dr. Baumia is committed to creating job opportunities and entrepreneurship. With his vision, we can build our dreams.
Together, we can transform our nation. Dr. Baumia's plan arranges policies. They are pathway for prosperity for every Ghanaian.
It's time for leadership that listens and acts. A vision for all of us, where every voice matters and every dream is possible. Vote Dr. Mahmoud Baumia.
Esuro.
vote number 1 on the ballot.
Achoo!
All right, welcome back. If you're just joining us, this is the news review segment, and we were having some very interesting conversations, especially around the daylight robbery that happened on the 2nd of November, 2024. And we actually have some messages from the viewers. Good morning to you and your guests, especially lawyer Kwajogam. Ghanaians are not safe today as compared to 9 years ago. Why has government failed to find the murderers of armed swelling? And the rep of MPP shouldn't tell us that the government has done it in the last 7 years without facts. He should tell us where the cameras the vice president promised to fix on the uniform of the police are. This is from Sammy inside Hole. And another one says the daylight robbery was rather unfortunate. And another one says they have been tracked. Yes, there are some footage of the CCTV going on around where we see the number of the plate on the car. Anyway, so do you have any response to that?
Regarding?
What?
The body cams?
Yes, the body cams.
The body cams are there.
Mhm.
It's not everywhere.
Right.
One thing I do, and I think, and I appreciate Victor and yourself for this, anytime we engage, I've never really come across Victor pulling facts out of thin air. You mentioned something, I didn't query. I said,
Right.
who said that? You said the police said that. Later I'll check it. What we have to recognize when we come on this show, and it's a privilege, Chris, to be here to help navigate the issues and give our opinions. The moment you tell a lie, willingly, deliberately, you'll be found out before the show finishes.
Exactly.
So to the best of my, I'm talking me personally,
Right.
and same with Victor, you see in his submission, we speak what we know. The body cams, I think it's 2022 or 2021, you know, and it's so easy for police personnel. A significant number of body cams are in situ on police personnel. On the CCTV cameras, the figures are 11,000 individual CCTV cameras
around the country,
nationwide. 11,000. You divide that by 16 regions, or divide that by 275 constituencies, and it'll give you the aggregate. We are working. NPP is working, and as Victor said, change is coming. We are changing Nanado Dankwa Kufado for Alhaji Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia. So you're right.
And change is
and
possible.
Change, it is possible. Batande, change is possible.
The change is
it's about having a possibility mindset. That's what distinguishes Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia from John Mahama.
Right.
It's like I can do instead of I can't, and we can do this.
No,
we can do this.
Yeah, we are watching,
Yes.
and Ghanaians
Ghana
are
is
watching.
working.
All Ghanaians want is that change should come, and that change is
You're
coming
seeing
with
it.
John. But before, quickly, let me put it. I think a soldier has just drawn my attention. He said the money that is given to the peacekeepers is not the $60 a day.
What did he say?
That he said,
What
but
did he
he mentioned a figure. I don't want to put it on. I don't want to put it out there, but I'll show you. I'll show you the message.
No, I'm saying
what he's saying is that sometimes those are confidential issues. Somebody's pay what it takes, and the rest are confidential issues. You don't want to put it there. You put it there in the domain. People think that they are making money. And the pressure that comes on them. But he said it is not the $60.
Victor, let me help
it's far
you.
lower
than $60.
Victor, let me help you, please, if I can. Let me contribute to what you're saying. One, you're not mentioning his name, so you're not exposing the gentleman or lady. You said a soldier. It could be either man or woman. This information is public knowledge. It's not confidential. Come on, it's from the source is the United Nations. Let's understand the source of the funding. It's United Nations.
So is it United Nations that pays it directly into their account, or it's paid to?
No, it comes to government. It comes to government, and then government disperses it.
Okay.
So
yes, and they are what they are giving is $35.
So
it's not $60.
I'm coming. So say that. Yes. Then we can interrogate it. That's all I'm saying.
Yes.
So there's you don't have to
Hide it.
Hide it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not hiding it. It's just.
But he's just
because-
trying to protect.
Sure. No, but you're not protecting.
Not protect the person, but protect soldiers per se.
No,
in the
but-
sense that when you put this out there, people begin to think, oh, okay,
People
they're making a lot of money.
I'm coming.
Yes.
But Victor, so we don't get sidetracked.
Mm-hmm.
That information is public knowledge.
Yes.
So who are you hiding it from? It's like Ghanaians can't Google for themselves.
Right.
Come on.
No, but
let's
$60.
go back to so we can.
Yeah.
All right, so up next week, as we draw closer to the general election, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia has started outreach efforts to engage the youth across 16 regions addressing economic growth and development. But are these efforts resonating with the young voters? Ibrahim, I'm going to start with you. So obviously, he started engaging with the youths yesterday, and the whole aim is to connect with young voters. What are some of the core issues that you think he discussed or will still be discussing with the youth around the 16 regions?
Okay. Thank you, Chris. One of the core issues that Dr. Bawumia mentioned yesterday at Aborteman was incentivizing the youth first and foremost to know that this is a nation of possibilities. And he talks about the youth not just creating jobs, but having that environment in which to actually take charge of their own futures. He mentioned how the youth often say that politicians are all the same.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that apathy. He's giving them that promise that, yes, he's vice president, but he's never been president, which is an accolade John Dramani has. And we've seen him, tried him, and tested him. I'm talking John Mahama. And he's failed woefully for the youth. During their time, Rashid Pelpo, Honorable Rashid Pelpo, Member of Parliament, NDC Member of Parliament for WA Central, he said, when asked on a show just like this from a sister station, what are his policies for the youth in the north? He said, oh, they should just gather stones, yes, and rocks. Google it now, you see it. Everybody was flapping. This is the whole minister.
Are you sure you're not taking out of context?
Dabi, I'm coming.
You're not taking it out
Maybe
of
he will
context.
explain.
I'm coming.
Yeah.
I'm coming. He was a minister under John Dramani Mahama. If that's the minister and they're in cabinet and this is what they discuss.
No, he has different portfolios.
I'm coming.
Different portfolios under Mahama. So minister of which
I'm coming.
Yeah.
Let's not somehow divorce the leadership from his ministers. You select ministers who are competent, who have your vision and can share your vision and broadcast it. That was what he said we should do as youth, 2015, 2016. Rashid Pelpo, Google and you see it. Go and gather stones and rocks and sell them by the wayside. Okay. That's what he said. And now I'm coming to why it's relevant to what I'm saying. So you see that John Dramani Mahama lacks both the human resource personnel and indeed the vision. What is the vision of Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia? He's saying, look, Ghanaian youth, take charge. I promise to deliver on my promise. And what's that? To create first and foremost the foundation for you to achieve and excel, not as jobs, but also careers. You know you can create jobs, Chris, but if you create career paths, that is the real nirvana. That is when you're really, you're helping somebody to create I can give you 1,000 jobs in picking mushrooms. Am I right? Mm-hmm. Yes, I've created 1,000 jobs. But when I give you a career in agro-processing, because what you have in terms of the digitalization aspect of it, you're having now making sure that free SHS and TVET are being secured, ring-fenced, making sure that you create that human resource space. I'm talking the intelligence to now go into the marketplace as either your own entrepreneur or now you have the skills to work for any other institution. Mm-hmm. So you're having a leader, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, saying, look, let's create the foundation. Make sure that even people, no, I shouldn't say even, people with disabilities are not left out.
Yeah.
At tertiary level, you can access education for free. So there's your foundation. Now, what's the nuts and bolts? We're creating, within that ecosystem, making sure that the youth can engage within these programs. Agric is indeed our oil. I'm talking agriculture. When I say oil, that's our largest employer. So you're making sure that agricultural mechanization centers across every district are being employed and properly resourced. Similarly, the private sector are now being engaged to do what? to build homes for either lease to government or for sale to government. Because when government wants to build its own infrastructure, it takes a lot of capital out of the economy. So Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia is saying, look, I'm going to engage the private sector. You can actually build it, so you know how to do it efficiently, on time, and cost effectively. Then we government can rent, lease from you, or then buy from you outright. Can you imagine now if you unleash that energy, which is what Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia is doing, the jobs just in the infrastructure alone. So now the youth don't have to wait for government to find money. Already when these DevTraco and other real estate entrepreneurs, companies, start building on behalf of government, i.e. government becomes their client, you have a large influx of youth being employed in that particular sector there. Again, creating a national robotics and engineering and AI laboratory. You're having Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia thinking 10, 20 years ahead of his particular tenure. That's what you want, a leader who thinks 2 or 3 generations deep. For us to compete with Nigeria, who are making sways in that area, Kenya, South Africa, Egypt, Senegal, let's prepare our youth so that they are also artificially intelligent, compliant, that they can code properly and make sure that blockchain is part of their vernacular, making sure that the Bitcoin, the cryptocurrencies is something that we learn there at our tertiary level and indeed the secondary level. So when you're having a robotics, engineering and AI laboratory, it tells you about the vision of Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia that we want to do. The job creation, if I can just quote on this, it's not just an economic agenda, it's a call for the youth to actually, as I say, to repeat myself, take charge of their lives. And what we're actually doing is making sure that the end result, because now you want figures, what is he proposing? You have 1 million youth trained in IT, but in terms of the overall job creation, the pool we're targeting is 4 million jobs.
Okay.
For example, creating or rather finishing just the agenda 111 would create employment for 72,000, just that project alone, health personnel. And Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia is trying to make sure that he can engage with the youth in the sense that they are the ones who are going to drive this economy. And so that's the vision that we have. So making sure that the youth are properly respected. You create the ecosystem, the environment for them to add their intellect. But before you can add intellect, create the foundation so that we secure free SHS, which the NDC, I've said is 419. When they come, they'll remove it. Tertiary education, it's layer upon layer of investment in the youth and indeed Ghana's future. That's why the youth, you saw them at Boteman, they're clamoring for Alhaji Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia to be the next president of Ghana and the future of Ghana's economic development.
Wow, you keep stressing on the future. So, Victor, I'm just going to go straight to you. With the MPP focusing on youth engagement, how is the NDC also reaching out to this critical demographic, and what are some of the key policies? Critical because the youth make a greater part of the country, and it's important to have, the youth voting.
If you've been watching the community engagement and the rallies, when the next president, His Excellency John Mahani, has been going around, the youth forms the majority.
Yes.
They stand in this scorching sun. Why would they stand in this scorching sun? Because they see His Excellency John Mahani as their savior. Why do I say that? Because they believe, and they believe that they were hoodwinked. They were hoodwinked to believe that the NPP government was going to do for 7 to 8 years. It is now that you say you are engaging the youth when you have deceived them, when they've been lied to. What happened to NAPCO? You said we were creating NAPCO. NAPCO was a route through which people will go into the nursing, they will go to revenue generation, they will go to all. What has happened to NAPCO?
It's working.
What has happened? Till date, people are owed. They've not even been paid. You could not engage them as youth at that time. Yesterday, you said, no, now you have woken up from your slumber and say that I'm engaging the youth. What happened to training of the youth in all the, you see, NDC said that we were going to have the National Apprenticeship Program. And this is divided into stratas. People will go into apprenticeship. Any job you want to do, your trainer or the master will take care of you and be paid. It has also made progress also for people who want to go to school, right? The schools that we want to go to, especially the stress-free payment when you want to go to the first year. For those who are in school, the mainstream school, it has made that under you, unemployment and the youth is over 14%. 14%. There had been no government under which unemployment, and how many people fall the bulk of the unemployment station? It's the youth. It's the youth. Now, you see, it is like creating institutions and so we are creating jobs, we are bringing the youth into them. Look at the TVET they are talking about, that TVET, as if it's something new. TVET is just that the technical and vocational education that has been hived off from Ghana Education Service, and it has been made a service on its own. That's all. So when you are always talking, look at the students' allowances, the teacher training colleges. They owe them allowances. The nurses, they owe them allowances. This is what they said. Teachers were suffering, nurses were suffering, you were bringing them allowances. So today, all of a sudden, you've woken up and you said, so once he was going around, engaging the people, he never engaged the youth. He never thought of the youth. And now he says that he comes and say the youth should take their destiny into their hand. Look, everybody knows, even from the basic unit as a family, your parents tell you that you can do it. Take your destiny into your hands. It's not that now that somebody has woken up from his slumber and come and says that the youth are the most important component of my campaign, and the youth. When you have deceived them in all this, they are seeing it. So you reap the benefit of the deceit. And now you want to cajole them and believe that no. The youth have woken up, and that's why you see the activism of the youth now, the demonstration. Well, if the youth were satisfied, the youth were happy, they won't go on demonstration. If the youth were okay, they were working, I don't see we would see the numbers of unemployment soaring. We feel it. We have brothers, sisters who have finished university, has finished training college, has finished nursing training. They can't even post them. They have no job. Some 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, they still stay in their house. That is why we are looking at, look, this is a tickling bomb. What do we do and make sure the youth, we can get them job? And we are looking at it, that the national apprentice job, we have to get into agriculture. That's why you put students together, you put youth together. So when you look at the national apprenticeship, I think we will have time so that I come and explain this national apprenticeship program, how it will affect the youth, how it will expand the economy, and we want everybody to have his own vocation. It's just the same thing. They're saying take your destiny to you. Have your own vocation. If you want to go to school, that is it. Look at what is happening at even the National Scholarship Secretariat. If you are a youth and you are not connected to any politician, you don't know anybody, you live in a village like Akum in Akan, how will you be able to access that? How will you be able? It should be something that everybody, for everybody, every citizen. And now you are telling the same youth who were looking for opportunities, haven't gotten the opportunity, and at the tail end of you leaving office, you say you have to. So why didn't you do it when you were in the office? But when you come and say, when you vote for me, then I'll do this for you. You vote for me, I'll do. Why you have the power?
We're actually
you have the power. You couldn't do it.
So Chris, give me a minute.
We're out of time right now.
So what you need to do, you see, whenever I speak, and I'm not in any way disparaging your submission, come correctly. You mentioned about the nurses. Over 24,000 have been posted. How many were posted on yours? You and your governor rather said, hold on. You said, no, Alawa, I won't pay you today, I won't pay you tomorrow. Meboa, I don't Male. So I'm coming. The NAPCO, over the figure I have is 18,000, I think it's more than that, have been retained. Out of the 100,000. Remember, you had the Unemployed Graduate Association under NDC. Let that sink in for a second. Unemployed Graduate Association. Because the youth was so demoralized with the failed leadership of John Dramani Mahama. You had a whole association, you see, like NAGRATS. Do you get me?
Look, that association was formed by
youth.
Who are the leaders? The youth of those
when you were talking, Chris showed you the youth
today.
You said that it's only John Mahama that has the youth. You saw the montage. Teeming numbers of youth. Because what? When planted for food and jobs, youth are engaged. Are you with me? The One District, One Factory, over 179 completed. It's a private sector, engaging the youth in industry and agriculture. You did zero. That's why I referred you to Rashid Purple. When asked, a whole minister in the NDC, what can you do for the youth? Straw. Go and gather stones and grass and sell them. That is your... you are the people who say, we won't pay allowance. Don't come and tell us about the nurses.
Assuming what you're saying is true.
It's true.
Assuming what you're saying is true. What have we seen?
What have we seen? You're seeing real growth.
Have they been deceived or they will speak?
They have been delivered.
On the same,
you know it.
They will speak.
You know it.
I'm telling you.
I'm sure the youth is watching right now, and they will decide on December 7th. But anyway, I want to say a very big thank you to each and every one of you that joined us, the viewers. Ibrahim Ejay, Assistant Secretary at the Office of the President, and Victor Kwajoga Adawudu, member of the NDC Legal and Communication team. And a very big thank you to the viewers that sent in their messages. And as we head closer to the election season, remember that you should stay informed and participate in all discourse, and remember to contribute peacefully in constructive electoral process. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the News Review segment. Let's take a quick break and we will be back with more.
Nana, who are you voting for this year?
Habateria. As for this question, you need not ask. John Mama and the NDC, of course. Who else? You know there should be a change. Maybe I should have brought to Abapa.
Nana, born before computer.
Yeah,
do you still remember how to vote?
I am so sharp. On December 7th, when I get to my police station, I'll take my voter's ID card to the EC officer. He will check, find my name and give me a ballot paper. I'll inspect the ballot paper and make sure the EC stamp is at the back with no other markings around it. When I get to the box, I will just inspect the paper again, search for the umbrella. I will just put my thumb in the ink pad and stamp the empty box just by the umbrella, not on the line or Mohammed's face, but in the empty box just by the umbrella. Then I clean my hand, fold my ballot paper vertically and horizontally, and drop it straight into the presidential box.
Now well done.
On the parliamentary candidates, I'll just stamp my hand in the empty box just by the umbrella. Now I'm done. Give it back.
Vote for change. Vote for John Mahama and the NDC.
Life is a celebration of moments. Big and small.
The sun is scorching, I'm feeling the heat.
With Piva Drink, every moment becomes a refreshing celebration. From the beach to your home, in every corner of your world, Piva Drink at a burst of refreshment.
Give me Piva Pop too and tangerine.
Celebrate every moment with Piva Drink. Refreshment for every occasion. Piva Drink, a taste you will love.
Piva.
This advert is FDA approved. Excellent. Be that business owner that stands out and is very productive.
You're so confident. How do you do it?
It starts with Built. Where does your confidence come from? Paperwork made simple. Built takes all the hassle away. Yeah, don't be like her. Built is your all-in-one simplified finance platform. It's your home for invoices, payments, your payroll, and so much more.
Oh, wow.
Grow your business today. Sign up now at built.africa. Download the Built app now.
In a fast-growing urban environment like Accra, you might think that your CCTV or electric fence would prevent crime. Hear the real stories from those who now feel safe like never before with Response 1.
We had CCTV and electric fence. We thought we were safe. But when the robbers came in, they cut our fence and they didn't care. I was terrified for my baby's life. The CCTV recorded everything. But Response 1 monitored alarm system, which is connected to our electric fence, that saved us. The swift response from the alarm system triggered a signal instantly. They dispatched their response team immediately. We now feel safe. Now we truly feel protected.
Don't wait for tragedy to strike. Protect your home with Response 1's monitored alarm system and our theft protection guarantee. Immediate response, real protection. Response 1. Stay connected. Stay protected.
Dream too close, but it feels so far away. Trouble coming, trouble go away. Brain my chalice right when I dey pray. Come in my pain so I can live another day. I'm speaking to your body and your soul. Speaking to existence, let it go. Even when your faith is down below, hold it up high. My breath can never ever fall. Don't lose your head. Remember, say nobody care. Wake up and go do your best. Leave no regret. As for the count your blessing, Mokuna never forget. No go deny. No say I never go lie. Story go change it for life. Alhamdulillah. I'm not gonna see say we die. We did together for life. Blessing on blessing and no official. All that I ever wanted is enough, yeah. I mean, yeah, alone, no love that. Blessing on blessing, that's all I want. Blessing on blessing, that's all. Blessing on blessing, I know we shall. All that I ever wanted is enough, yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I know I love that. Blessing on blessing. Blessing on blessing. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My My name is RC. Thanks for tuning in. I'm here with you this morning. She got all I want. See, she got all I need. She got all I want. She got all I need. So fly, she been looking like 16. We see me enjoy our big dreams. Say, oh, if I'm taking, she don't wanna get her heart broken. No flavor, she get it from within. With a nice woman bikini, I say my dream from beginning. Young century and say, see, Friday at the inside my dream, so see up and them. So I pull in the 4 wheels on them. Shout out to nice and link your friends. And don't waste my time, don't cross my left and chain. In a drop top, I great confirm. And we could do things on knees and bend. Friday at the inside, my joint so see up and them. So I pull in the 4 wheels on them. Shout out to nice and link your friends. Don't waste my time, don't cross my left and chain. In a drop top, I great confirm. And we could do things on knees and bend. She got sauce and seasoning in her arms, I'm breezing her. I said no other one be original. She dey fine like Rihanna. She got something I wanna. I go job like piranha. She dey do my will and desire. She dey yeah. She's been so bad to me. She's been so bad, yeah. She's been so bad to me. She's been so bad. Friday at the inside, my joint so see up and them. And so I pull in the 4 wheels on them. And shout out to nice and link your friends. Don't waste my time, don't cross my left and chain. In a drop top, I great confirm. And we could do things on knees and bend. Yeah. Ooh. Mademoiselle, yeah. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Coffee strings in the house, thank you, bro.
Wow. Now, you're Austin Boachinchi.
Yes.
Where is RC from?
So RC is a funny story, though. When I was in high school, so we had like a singing group, and everyone had the title RC on their name.
Okay.
So
added to their name.
Yes. So let's say if you are Kojo, RC Kojo.
Okay.
And mine was, I don't know if I can say RC Spemi.
Okay. Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay. I'm not gonna ask you where that one comes from. Okay.
So growing up, I decided to take off that one.
Okay, and then just use the RC. I see, that's nice. Now, walk us through the journey you've been on. When did you start music? How long have you been on this road for?
I think I started taking music seriously when I was in high school.
Okay.
I think I was the nerd type in school, and then during entertainment,
you like book?
I really loved book.
Okay.
So during entertainment, I saw boys singing, rapping, and I knew deep within me I could do it. So a friend of mine pushed me to jump on stage one time, and then it started from there.
Okay.
So and then after high school, I did my education at University of Ghana.
Okay.
And then after school, I decided to
take it seriously full time. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, what do you think influenced your choice of, let's say, Afro life or Afro fusion? What influenced your choice to go that direction?
I think it's where I come from. Yeah, where I come from and my home.
Okay.
Yeah, I grew up with a dad who is a serious music lover. So when I was young, he would sit me down, play me through reggae,
old
see.
high life songs.
Okay.
Yes, yes. So I
Okay.
think that's where it started
came
from.
from, okay.
And the artists that I looked up to growing
Mm.
up was like the likes of Daddy Lumba, Papa
Okay.
She.
Okay.
Yes, and
Okay.
then elevated to Akon.
Mm.
Yeah, so I think they influenced my sound and they influenced my whole
Yeah.
identity.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. What have you put out so far? How much music do you have out there?
Right now I have an EP.
Okay.
I have an EP, an album EP with
Yeah.
4
What's-
songs.
what's it called?
Yeah, the title is How Did We Get Here?
How Did We Get Here?
And
Okay.
it talks about my journey through music as well,
Mm.
from where I started and
Yeah.
how I grew up
Okay.
to get this particular sound that I
Mm.
have and this particular identity that I have.
Yeah.
So it's inspired by the journey.
Okay.
So the music talks about the beginning of my journey
Yeah.
to the celebration of life.
Okay.
So the song I did, the first one was Blessing,
Mm.
which talks about my my struggles at that period of time, that
Yeah.
moment of time.
Yeah.
That period. I think I was going through a lot,
Mm.
but my sense of appreciation,
Yeah.
I came up with that song. Yeah.
Super. Where can people stream your music? Where can they find
My
your
music is on all platforms. Spotify,
Okay.
Audio Mac, Boomplay,
Mm.
every music streaming platform, and YouTube. And the name is RC Official on all social media platforms as well.
Okay.
Yes.
Fantastic.
So everyone can find me. I love everyone.
Beautiful. Thank
I
you.
expect people
Thank
to
you.
love you the
I
same.
love your sound.
Thank you
So
very much.
keep it up.
Thank you
All
very
right.
much.
Okay. Fantastic. Well, we have been enjoying some music from RC, so you can go over to social media and, of course, the streaming platforms to enjoy his music as well. All right, we're going to take a look at our entertainment highlights, but before we do that, a quick reminder that we have the PL Zone coming on later on in the show, as well as a conversation with Go for Water NGO, and they are looking at putting filtration systems in rural communities. Interesting conversation coming up. You don't want to miss out on that. And let's take a look at our entertainment highlights in the meantime.
Hello and welcome to Entertainment Highlights on Breakfast Daily. My name is Ni Komite Kome. Now for our first highlight today, Nigerian musician Paul Okoye, also known as Rude Boy, and his wife Ivy Ifeoma have celebrated the birth of their first child together, Imani Ugoma Okoye. The baby was born in the United States, marking a joyful milestone for the couple. Paul, who has 3 children from his previous marriage to Anita Okoye, married Ivy in May 2024 after finalizing his divorce. Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, MPP's presidential candidate, praised the launch of Ghana's own music streaming platform, GMX, as a groundbreaking step for the music industry. The launch event, held on October 30, 2024, brought together key figures from both government and the entertainment sector, with performances including a show by King Ayusuba. GMX promises a diverse listening experience with genres like high life, hip life, and Afrobeat, showcasing Ghana's music heritage and supporting local talent. Now let's get some words from the presidential hopeful.
It is historic for Ghana to have our own music streaming app, and it's my distinct honor and pleasure to formally launch GMX, Ghana's local music streaming app.
Nigerian comic actor Brain Jota, also known as Chukwuebuka Emmanuel, shared his admiration for Ghana while promoting the play You Play Me, I Play You, set to stage on November 8 and 9 at the National Theatre and Bukom Square Arena. Produced by Africa Arts Network, the play features Ghanaian actors General Ntatia and Clemento Suarez alongside Brain Jota. Now on Channel 1 TV's The Chat, hosted by Eko Kumsen, Brain Jota described Ghana as a second home and expressed excitement about being part of a unique Ghana-Nigeria collaboration. adding his appreciation for Ghana's laid-back atmosphere. Now let's take a peek at how it all went down on the chat with Brain Jotter.
Ghana is like home for me, you feel me? Yeah, so I actually love it here, you know, because everything doesn't feel like, oh, I'm outside Nigeria, you get me? So yeah, so Ghana is like, you know, it's like home for me.
It's like home for you?
Yeah, very chilled.
Very
good.
chilled.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Everything is slow. It's not as fast as...
Everything is slow and I'm wondering why.
Is it that you don't like it slow?
Why is it slow?
But it has to be slow. Life cannot be that fast every time.
Okay. No other.
And this is how we end entertainment highlights on Breakfast Daily. For more entertainment news, visit GhanaWeekend.com. I am Ni Komite Kome.
Welcome back. It's time for us to get into another conversation, and this one is a very important conversation for us to get into, considering the times we find ourselves in. Yes, what do I mean? Well, it's all about water and the importance of having clean, clear, safe water to drink. Well, we've been joined on the set this morning by Go for Water NGO, and they are looking at embarking on a journey to build filtration systems in rural communities. All right, I've been joined on the set by Priscilla Smollenberg, and she is the president of Go for Water NGO. I also have engineer Robin Saveri. He's the CEO of Aqua Nano. And the local coordinator for Go for Water NGO is Samuel Bequin. He's right here with us on the set, and we're going to get into this conversation. Ladies and gentlemen, you're all welcome.
Thank
you.
you.
All right. So let me start with Priscilla. Priscilla, what inspired Go for Water?
Yeah, we started in an NGO, Go for Water, but it started all about in 2016. Yes, I was a teacher KG.
Okay.
And in our education, there is a part of it, and it's called people and their community.
Okay.
So it's very important. The children, they know what people in the community are doing. So the water in Belgium is also contaminated sometimes.
Okay.
So we are going to tell about it to the children.
Okay.
But also not about our country, but all countries, or everything in the world, what's happening in the world.
Wonderful.
Water is life.
Yeah.
It's very important.
Yeah.
So yes, I educate the children from Belgium, the difference between the countries, and yeah, it's easy for us to fetch the water, but it's not so easy at all for the children over here.
Yeah.
So yeah, I show them some pictures and movies from that, and the children were really touched about it. So they started to collect money. Because they wanted to help also.
That's interesting.
And so the NGO was born.
Okay,
yeah,
fantastic. We'll get more into that in a little bit. Sami, I wanted to find out from you, before we talk to engineer, your connection with Go for Water. What inspired it, and talk to us about what we've been doing so far.
Yeah, so good morning once again to all viewers. We have a close connection with Go for Water, which is the CEO, Priscilla here. Also, I'm from Senyabreku Central Region. And, you know, when it comes to water, it's a basic necessity of life. And I teach in Senyabreku.
Oh, you're also a teacher?
Yeah, I'm also a teacher.
Okay, so kindred spirit.
Yeah. Okay. So in the rural areas, we all know how important water is to the kids over there. Of course, in Accra, almost every kid can buy water, bottled water, and so on. But when you go to the rural areas, it's not like that. So we came in contact to see how best we'd be able to provide safe, free drinking water to the kids in rural areas in Central Region, precisely Senyabreku.
Okay. Now, Robin, you're an engineer. I think it's safe to say you're a water engineer? or a chemical engineer?
I'm a chemical engineer,
Okay.
specialized in water.
In water, I like that. Okay, right. So, talk to us about what we're seeing on the set here and what led you to this. Because you're the CEO of Aqua Nano.
I'm the CEO
You can tell us
of
about that
Aqua
as
Nano,
well.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, about 15 years ago, I was visiting Benin country.
Okay.
And I was doing a project on shea butter and also on cacao butter.
Okay.
But we did some local buying of the artisanal butter. And the problem was in the rural villages, they have to produce the butter with viruses and bacteria. So our butter, it was not good or qualified for food or for drinking. And that's why I developed quickly a water filtration system for rural areas. So without electricity, without changing the filter parts. And this water filter system must be suitable for any kind of condition. That was my setup, because I want to produce another better variety of butter.
Okay.
So finally, it was a membrane filtration system.
Okay.
And it's nanofiltration. So most of the people, they know the microfiltration, but microfiltration is not fine enough to hold back the viruses.
Okay.
Ultrafiltration, it holds the viruses, but not all the viruses.
Yeah.
And the nanofiltration goes even deeper.
Wow.
It stops the viruses, the bacteria, but also heavy metals, mercury, arsenic, lead. And this filter can be reusable. So
this is impressive. Excuse me, I mean, I'm fascinated by this because the whole science, I understand the science, behind this, but nanofiltration.
Nanofiltration. Today, the most qualified technology to produce water is not reverse osmosis, because it consumes so much electricity, and you need to change the filters maybe each month. And with the nanofiltration, we keep the essential minerals and the salts in the water because they are good for our body. And this is quite opposite reversed than the reverse osmosis. It takes everything out, and then they put the chemicals back inside.
Okay.
I think it's not the best way to do it. So the nanofiltration with reusable filters, cleanable, self-maintainable filters is the way. I think it's a very ecological way.
How on earth did you create this? Because nanofiltration means that, like, literally the tiniest things will be removed from it.
Yes.
But how long will it take to filter water?
How long?
Okay, yes, how long will it take?
How long?
Yes.
So if I will do a quick demonstration, we received some very bad water.
Okay. Yeah, this looks like really dirty water. Okay. And it's got particles in it as well.
It has, So this is an empty container.
Container, Okay. All right.
We take the water filter bottle. We put it inside.
Okay.
And maybe if we have a clean glass, we can show that the water.
If we can get a transparent glass, that would be great.
But you can give me one of them.
No, but
over there.
Okay. Or if we can have an empty bottle,
Yes.
Okay.
But this is how it works. So you put the water filter inside the bottle. You suck out a little bit of air.
Okay.
And instantly,
water is coming out. It starts to produce already.
Yeah. Instantly, you got safe drinking water.
Are you serious? Robin, it's like magic.
Yeah.
Robin, give me a little bit of my cup here. Let me see what this is all about, because I can hardly believe what I'm seeing. It's clean.
It's clean and it's like pure water.
Okay. Wow.
Maybe you can open the bottle. Yeah, it's instantly filtered. It's called membrane filtration, and it's a special membrane that can stop every contamination, and it reduces all the chemicals inside. But the necessary minerals, they will stay in the water.
Okay. How much does this cost?
This bottled water filter is still under very profound research, so it will be available in a few months.
Okay.
We have also the same water filter, and this has been designed for military people or for hiking people. It's the same thing. You put your water filter system into the water, and you sip.
Okay. Oh, I see. So what's happening is that you can actually drink directly from any water source through this,
exactly,
right? Okay.
Exactly.
All right.
Exactly.
So you know something? Let's get some of this into here so that viewers can see clearly. It's an empty bottle. You can see clearly, you know, what is actually happening here. All right. Okay. Wow.
So normally it's a personal filter, so.
That's amazing. All right, maybe if you can give us about up to this level, okay? If you can just give us up to that level, whilst I have a conversation here. You can please take a seat. Take a seat and then.
Okay, Samuel will do it.
So, Priscilla, how does Go for Water feel about what you're seeing here?
Yeah, it's very good because all starts with the smallest children. Yes, the education. The brains, we all got the same brains, yes? And you better hydrate your brains because it's contains, a brain contains more than 70% water.
Yeah.
So it's very important for children to take a focus on their education, to train their brains. And it's better with purified water or good water, healthy water. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's,
no, this is totally mind blowing. I mean, I want to just put it here so that our cameras can pick that and just see. There's not a single. I mean, of course, I can't use my eyes to ascertain whether all the chemicals are out of it, but there's not a single dirt or speck of dirt. None of this is in here.
No.
Wow. Sammy, so in terms of the groundwork, in terms of how far you're looking to spread, you know, along the rural communities. Of course, I'm sure you'll probably start from where you come from. But what's the plan in terms of the rollout?
So far, Go for Water have been able to provide some schools in Senyabriku with safe drinking water, like I said. Jehovah Shammah School in Senyabriku, Becky's Orphanage, St. Antonic Basic School, and Kadna Texan. There are two schools that are on the same premises, so they all have access to the water that has been provided over there. And we gave this jerry can to Senya Polyclinic, Senyabriku Polyclinic. So basically now we have been able to provide about 3,000 kids in Senyabriku with safe drinking water. I mean,
when you say 3,000 kids, are they all getting some of these bottles? Is that the plan? How does it work?
They are not. They have bottles, but not the filter bottle.
This type.
So they are big systems. This filter, maybe Robin will tell you more about that. The system comes in different shapes and so on. So they are bigger ones. That filter
for communities.
Yes, in Moscow, for instance, it filters about at least 5,000 liters. They are bigger filters. These ones are quite small. So when it's filters, then the kids have bottles also provided by Go for Water. So they collect it from the main source where the water has been filtered, and then they can take it to their classrooms or wherever they want to take it in their cabs, and then they can be drinking. So in future, we have a plan to at least provide all schools in Senyabriku with safe drinking water through Go for Water and by the help of engineer Robin.
Okay, so please tell us what's Aqua Nano's expansion plan in terms of the sizes that you have?
In terms of the sizes, so as you see, one of the first and simple filters are the personal filters.
The smallest ones,
we have the bottle filters. You can also attach this filter to any tap connection. So you can attach it to any tap. You can open the tap.
So my tap at home, I can just connect it there.
Exactly, and you fill your container.
Yeah.
So, and for if you're going on a hiking, we have the jerry can with the big filter inside.
So you don't need to worry about outdoor trips anymore.
No.
Whether the water is clean there, whether we have enough water. All those things. You just take your filter and then you're good to go. I love that.
And these are the systems for housekeeping.
Okay.
And for the schools, we make double or triple, or it depends on the members or the students.
Yeah.
Sammy tells us, okay, this is a school of 1,000 children.
Yeah.
I quick
When you
calculate
build something like
and
that.
we build. Yeah, and it's very sustainable.
Okay.
No rust. It can last for 10 years at least. And the children of the school, they are doing the maintenance.
Okay. So you teach them how to maintain.
We teach them. It's like a fisherman. Don't give them a fish.
Yes.
Fishermen give them the netting and the boat to fish and teach them how to do it.
fish.
And they produce every day their own filtered water.
I'm curious because where Sammy lives or where Sammy is from is close to the sea. Issues of rust with sea moisture and all of that. When you say it can last for 10 years, but this by the sea, can it last that long?
We have done, this year we have done an inspection of the former projects.
Okay.
So in 2021 we built the first project.
Okay.
So after 3-4 years we are now here to inspect all the conditions of the materials, and up till now I didn't find any problem. So
really?
Everything is in mint condition.
3 years down the road and everything is still
4 years.
4 years down the road.
Every day they are filtering at least 1,000, 2,000 liters.
Okay.
And they're doing the maintenance as described.
Impressive.
And I'm very proud that the students of the school are maintaining the system. I'm very proud of it.
Wow. Let me give you final words here. What your final words? How do people get in touch with Go for Water? If they need help, people are watching, people be interested.
Okay, so we have a website. Okay. Our website is www.goforwater.be.
Okay.
So yes, they can take a look at the website.
www.goforwater.be.
Yes.
Okay, right. And final words from you. People are watching, and I'm sure a lot of people are marveling at the ingenuity of this. Do you have plans for doing like commercial scale water filtration?
I think it's the right time here that we can go commercially, because we have proven our technology. It's sustainable. We have the Ghana authority standard, and I'm sure that our system can mean a lot for Ghana. Can be a solution to many rural area problems.
Fantastic. Sammy, final words from you.
Yeah, so I'm happy to have contact or to partner Go for Water to provide safe drinking water for the people or the kids in Ghana. And we look to do more for the kids in Senyabriko or the students in Senyabriko in the near future. Very happy to work with them.
Fantastic. All right, so thank you very much for coming through. All right, and all the best with this. I'm just blown away by this, man. So we'll be speaking with Priscilla Smolensberg. She is president for Go for Water NGO. The local coordinator in Ghana he's Sami Bequin. And then we also have engineer Robin Severi. He is the CEO of Aqua Nano, the designers of the filtration systems that have completely blown my mind here. We'll take a quick break and we'll be right back. There's still more to come on Breakfast Daily.
Me, I Play You, a stage play written by Efo Kojumagbe.
Brother, you not pay me you. I said it's 150 Ghana cedis. That's 15,000 naira. From just this place to this place, you say 150. I took you from Tema to come to me.
Join Jonalyn Thatia Ghana, Brain Jota Nigeria, Clemento Shores Ghana, and Adra Olins Lindsay. Adopted Nigerian, for a night of laughter, drama, and great moments at the National Theatre on 8 November 2024 for 2 shows at 4 p.m. first show and 8 p.m. second show, and the Bukum Boxing Arena on 9 November 2024 at 7 p.m. for one unforgettable show. To purchase ticket, simply dial *713 *33 *10# or visit africaartsnetwork.com or go to the various locations: Airport Shell, Bachana Total, Roxwache, and Silverbird Cinemas Accra Mall. For more information, call 0541 234 586. You Play Me, I Play You is powered by Africa Arts Network in collaboration with Challenging Heights. Sponsored by Pepsodent, Star Life Insurance, York's Rent-A-Car, Tilly's, and Mark Felix Foods. You Play Me, I Play You. Ghana and Nigeria. Ha! Who can play?
Facility Pro Management Services Limited, the most outstanding facility management company in Africa. We have over 12 years experience in professional facility management services such as cleaning, fumigation, and pest control to landscaping, post-construction cleanings, and electronic security installations. With highly trained personnel, exceptional customer service, and operations in all 16 regions of Ghana, we offer you value for money always. Facility Pro, trusted by top brands like Scania West Africa, Orca Deco, Robert Bosch Ghana, National Communications Authority, First National Bank, Consolidated Bank Ghana, Zenith Bank, Brain Hill International School, Villac International School, just to mention a few. Let us maintain the value of your property. Facility Pro, maintaining the value of your property.
He have not shown sign of settling down.
Oh, you don't mean it. Power to deliver disability.
I might have a solution.
You take this and spray it twice. Shake the gem. Place it on your lips and say the magic word. Yes. You, my darling, are unlucky in love.
Another morning, another day filled with possibilities. My old car reflects my journey, and today could be the day I take a big step forward. Anything is possible. Just think about it.
My shelves are ready to be filled, and soon the flat rate will open up exciting new opportunities. I can already envision a vibrant shop bustling with customers, all eager to discover what I have to offer.
I feel optimistic about import costs. Why? Because with DMB flat duty rates, my expenses will be more manageable. I can see my business thriving.
Every moment spent with my son brings back wonderful memories.
I tell you, my son, with me digital skills, now one can create games in a website.
A show of boot number one on the ballot.
All right, welcome back. It's time for us to get into the PL Zone. And today on the PL Zone, we've been joined by Gabby Ofei. Gabby, how are you doing?
I'm good, KD.
Yeah, after a busy weekend.
Yeah.
What's happening? What happened? Give us a scoop. What happened to the
weekend?
So
it was week 10. Week 10 of the Premier League. And like we always do, live radio commentary on radio, 97.3. I started off on Saturday.
Yeah.
Newcastle.
Yeah.
Newcastle United and Arsenal.
Yeah.
I was not too shocked with the result because
really?
Yeah, the St. James's Park is actually one of the grounds that is difficult to go and pick up all 3 points today. And the stats are backing it. The top 6 teams or the top 6 traditional teams, when they go there, they actually struggle.